Hello, gentlemen. Hello, my fellow travelers. I want to ask you something straight up. Have you ever felt invisible? Not invisible in some mysterious, intriguing way, but invisible in the way that people look right through you, as if you simply are not there. I know that feeling, and I know that many of the men watching this video right now know it too. You walk into a coffee shop in your neighborhood, young people are laughing and talking loudly. They glance at you for a second, then look away. You sit down and order a black coffee, and somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet question lingers. Is there anything left about me worth noticing? Let me be completely honest with you. If you think you need a luxury car to turn that around, or a bank account stuffed with cash, you are very wrong. The young guys out there are flexing on social media, showing off their muscles, their cars, their money, but they are missing something that cannot be bought, something that only time can give you. That is the quiet authority of a man who has already been through every kind of storm life can throw. Today, I am going to reveal to you the real secrets. Why mature, intelligent women are drawn to men like you, even if your hair has gone silver, even if your face carries the lines of years lived. And I promise you one thing, by the end of this video, there will be a twist you did not see coming, a truth that most men never realize, something that will completely change the way you see yourself. If you are ready, go ahead and hit like on this video right now. That is your way of telling me I am here and I am ready. Let's begin the journey back to who you really are. Part 1. Psychological groundedness, the anchor in the storm. I want to tell you a small story, not something out of a book, but something that happens in real life every single day. Picture two men. Both of them are out to dinner with a woman they are interested in. A beautiful restaurant, candlelight, everything perfect. Then suddenly a young waiter accidentally tips over a glass of red wine. It spills across an immaculate white dress shirt. The first man is around 35 years old. He immediately jumps to his feet, his face goes red, and his voice fills the room. What do you think you're doing? That shirt cost me several $100s. The entire restaurant turns to look. The woman sitting across from him drops her eyes in embarrassment. The evening is ruined from that moment forward. The second man is 67 years old, with silver in his hair. He looks down at his shirt for just a moment. Then he looks up at the young waiter, whose face has gone pale with fear. The man smiles gently and says, "Are you all right? Don't worry about it. It's just a shirt." The woman sitting across from him looks at him in a completely different way, not with pity, but with genuine admiration. Do you know what was going through her mind in that moment? She thought, this man does not let small things control him. I would feel safe with him. That is the power of psychological groundedness. Do you know what women fear most? Not the dark, not poverty. It is chaos and loss of control. The world out there is already too loud, too much bad news, too much uncertainty. Women are always looking for something solid to hold on to, a real anchor, not a toy. Young men blow up when their boss criticizes them once. They spiral when she does not reply to a text within an hour. They punch walls, slam things, make a scene, but you are different. You have lost a job and stood back up. You have lost people you loved and kept walking forward. You have watched real storms pass through your life. So when a small wave comes along, you simply smile. That calm is not passivity. It is the highest form of power a man can possess. Remember the 3-second rule I always teach. Before you react to anything, count silently in your head. 1, 2, 3. That pause makes you look extraordinarily composed and worthy of respect. It shows that you are the master of your own mind, not a slave to your emotions. If this speaks to you, leave the word anchor in the comments below. I want to see how many gentlemen are here with me right now. Part 2. Living with purpose. The pull of a man who is going somewhere. Now I need to speak directly about the biggest mistake I see older men make, one that is quietly destroying their appeal every single day. It is making a woman the sole purpose of your existence. You understand what I mean. When a man is too lonely, he starts to cling. He texts constantly, he calls constantly. He asks, "Do you miss me? Are you thinking about me?" Every one of those messages is a small drop of water, and those drops are slowly drowning his attractiveness day by day. I have a friend named Robert. He is 68 years old and lives in Florida. His wife passed away 3 years ago. His children are grown and living their own lives. Many people expected him to sink into loneliness. But Robert did something different. He started learning woodworking out in his garage. He joined a volunteer group that helps veterans. Every morning he began studying Spanish. On weekends he went hiking through national parks. When Robert talks, his eyes light up. He tells you about the oak table he is building. He tells you about a hike through the forest when the leaves were turning red in autumn. He tells you about the veteran he helped out just last week. And do you know what happened? The women around him started to notice, not because he was trying to impress anyone, but because he was radiating a vitality that no one could ignore. Intelligent women do not want to be the ones who rescue your life. They do not want to be the only life raft you are clinging to. They want to step into a life that is already interesting, already in motion. They want to stand beside a man who is moving forward. Stoic philosophy has a line I love deeply. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control whether she is drawn to you, but you have complete control over whether you become someone worth admiring. Build your own world. It doesn't have to be grand, a garden, a small workshop, a project that means something to you. Whatever is rare is always valuable. And a man who is fully engaged in living true to himself is always rare. Part 3, Complete Presence, the rarest gift in the world. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone sat with you and never once looked at their phone? When was the last time someone truly listened to what you were saying? Not listening to reply, but listening to genuinely understand. I'm guessing it hasn't happened many times. Because the world is in a severe shortage of one thing. That thing is undivided, sincere, unhurried attention. The Stoic man does the opposite of what everyone else does. When he sits across from someone, he puts his phone away. He looks that person directly in the eyes. He does not rush to offer advice like an all-knowing know-it-all. He does not cut in to make the story about himself. He simply listens. He really listens. I remember a man who told me this story. He was having coffee with a woman he had just met. She began to tell him about her mother, who had passed away the previous year. Her voice trembled slightly as she spoke. What is most people's natural reaction in that moment? To immediately say, "Oh, I understand, I've lost someone too." And then the conversation becomes about you. But this man did something different. He went quiet, he gently placed his hand over hers, and he asked just one question. What was she like? She talked, and he listened. No interruptions, no judgment, no solutions offered. Just being there, completely present with her. After that afternoon, she told her friends, "I have never met a man who made me feel so truly understood." He did not show off his money, his education, or anything else. He simply listened. And that was the most powerful thing he had in him. Non-judgmental listening is a genuine superpower. It creates a bond that nothing can break. And it is something that 90% of men do not have, including the youngest ones in the room. You have more lived experience than they do. You have spent years learning not to judge. Use that gift. Part 4, the twist I promised you. All right, gentlemen, this is the moment I say something that many of you will not immediately agree with. But hear me out completely before you make up your mind. What is it that truly makes a woman drawn to you? It is not being endlessly attentive. It is not always being there whenever she needs you. It is that you are willing to walk away at any moment. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? Let me explain. A Stoic man deeply values a relationship. He invests his time, his attention, his genuine affection, but he never loses himself in it. He knows his own worth, and he knows he deserves to be treated with respect. If a woman begins to treat him with disrespect, if she wastes his precious time, he does not shout, he does not argue, he does not beg. He simply smiles, thanks her for the time they shared, and walks away. Quietly, calmly, without looking back. I know what you're thinking right now. But if I walk away, I'll lose her forever. And here is the truth I need you to really hear. The man who is afraid of losing will always end up losing. The man who is not afraid of losing is rarely the one who gets left behind. This is not theory. This is the most fundamental psychology there is. When you are willing to walk away, you are sending a clear message that you have standards, that you will not accept whatever is thrown in your face, that you know who you are and what you deserve. Intelligent women recognize that immediately. And they understand that to be with this man, they have to genuinely bring their best. That is what makes the relationship worth far more. Never be afraid of losing someone who does not value you, because the person who is truly worthy of you will never make you afraid of losing them. So today we have walked through 4 big ideas together. The first is psychological groundedness. Become the anchor in the storm. Do not let the outside world control your emotions. 3 seconds before you react can change the entire course of an evening. The second is living with purpose. Build your own world, even if it is a small one. Women are drawn to men who are going somewhere. Nobody wants to be the life raft for someone who is sinking. The third is complete presence. Put the phone down and truly look at the person in front of you. Listen to understand, not to respond. That is the rarest gift you can offer anyone. And the fourth is non-negotiable self-respect. Know your worth, know what you deserve, and be willing to walk away when that is not honored. Now, let me speak plainly to you one more time. Being 65, being 70, or being any age at all is not a cage. It is a title that only those who have truly lived can earn. You carry a steadiness that the young will need another 20 years to learn. You have real-life stories that no book can teach. You have a depth that only time can create. Stop apologizing for how many years you have lived. Wear them like the finest suit of armor you own. One final question I want to leave with you. Of the four things we talked about today, which one do you feel you need to practice most? The calm, the sense of purpose, the deep listening, or the self-respect? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. If this video touched something in you, hit like so I know you are here. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss what comes next. And if you have a friend who needs to hear this, share this video with him today. It might be exactly what he needs right now. Remember this before you go. You were not born to be anyone's second choice. You were born to be the kind of man other men aspire to become. Wishing you a day full of energy and strength. I will see you in the next video, gentlemen. Take care.